Tay-K's girlfriend snitched on him during his murder trial. She said he was the shooter. Is he cooked? It's been a long time since we've heard anything about Tay-K. He's been sitting in prison for years on some serious charges. So far, he's already been sentenced to at least 50 years in prison. Now, he has to face another trial that could keep him in prison for the rest of his life. While he sits trial, he has to face another obstacle: witnesses. His girlfriend at the time is taking a stand and spilling the beans on what happened. How does she know? Because she was there. The story she gave sounds like Tay-K may be going down for good. Really? The trial is based on an attempted robbery outside of a Chick-fil-A that left a young photographer, Mark Saldivar, dead. A few people were involved, including Tay-K's girlfriend at the time. She described the incident vividly with tears in her eyes while Tay-K watched from his side of the courtroom. According to the reports, Tay-K and his friend Pimpies lured Saldivar to the SUV they were in to rob him. He was able to escape and try to call for help, but before help could come, Tay-K tried to run him over before getting out of the SUV and shooting him on the hood of the car. Both Tay-K and Pimpies were on a rampage at that point. They were already on the run from another case they caught that eventually landed them in prison. And it was basically the same thing. Both dudes and others were tried and pled guilty to a home invasion that left the man dead in his home. According to reports, they set up a robbery to steal drugs and guns. They did the robbery and left the guy dead when they left. One of the women that was responsible for setting everything up testified against all of them. The testimony still didn't get her off. She received a 20-year sentence for her participation in both the robbery and murder cooperation. Everyone else got heavy sentences. Pimpies ended up getting sentenced to 30 years in prison. Tay-K got 55 years. But those years were intensified after the two decided to cut their ankle monitors off while waiting for the results of their case and running to San Antonio, Texas. Eventually, Tay-K ended up in Elizabeth, New Jersey with a new viral song called The Race. The song was used against him in court to justify why he should be locked up for so long. No matter what tactics Tay-K tried to use to potentially get some leniency, it didn't work. He was tried as an adult and placed in maximum security this entire time. Surely he's used to it now, and he'll likely have to accept it will be his permanent home after watching his girlfriend, or really ex-girlfriend, testify against him. Capital murder charges in Texas aren't a game. The maximum sentence you can get from being convicted on one is either life without the possibility of parole or the death penalty. There was a point where the death penalty was on the table for Tay-K, and judging how the courts can get, maybe that could still be the case. But for now, he's only looking at life without parole. The look on Tay-K's face as he watched the testimony is numb. There could be a chance he already has it set in his mind that he's going down for everything. It's more jarring when he has to sit and watch the surveillance footage of everything happening. But what if there's a chance he gets a breakthrough? Believe it or not, it's hard to prove murder, even though it's such a heavy charge. Even with surveillance footage, it's possible to wiggle yourself out of a murder charge if you have the right lawyer. Now, I'm not saying Tay-K is getting out of this, but what if? You know how many people have beaten murder charges without testifying on anyone? Crazier things have happened during murder trials. If Tay-K is able to do the race back to prison without being convicted of this murder, then he'll have a chance to go up for parole around 28 years of time served. That's if he's able to stay out of trouble. He's already been in trouble a few times for different reasons and has been under investigation for allegedly trying to form a prison gang. Those 28 years will get really interesting if the trial goes well. If not, then it's bye-bye.